Vamana. Vamana is the fifth of the 10 avatars of Mahavishnu. Malsya, Kurma, Varaha and Narasimha were his animal or human-animal hybrid manifestations. Vamana, however, was his first human avatar and also the first of the Treta Yuga. Vamana means dwarf, small or short. According to Puranas, he was born to Prajapati Kashyapa and Aditi. It is said that Lord Brahma himself initiated the Gayatri Mantra to Vamana. His attire was a typical Brahmin Brahmachari, wearing a simple cloth, a sacred thread, holding a traditional umbrella in one hand and a yogic stick and a water jug in the other. His upper body was covered with deer skin, wearing a ring of darbha. Lord Vamana went to King Mahabali and asks for 3 steps of land measured by his foot as charity. Initially, Bali hesitates to donate just 3 steps of land as it is a disgrace to his status and was guilty to give such a charity, but later agreed upon, insisting by Lord Vamana and promised to give 3 steps of land as charity measured by Vamana's foot. When Mahabali completed the ritual process of donating the land, Lord Vamana assumed his cosmic form and measured the entire earth, including the netherlands, by his first step. With his second step, he measured the entire upper worlds. When the entire universe was conquered by just 2 steps of Lord Vamana, there was no longer space left in the universe to keep his third step. When Lord Vamana asked Mahabali the space to keep his third step, all the pride and vanity of Mahabali had vanished, and he had no hesitation in surrendering before the Lord. Having realized the supreme reality, Bali readily offered his own head to keep Lord's third step. Lord Vamana immediately placed his third foot on the head of Bali, sending him to Sutala. This is a brief summary of the myth. Now let's talk about who Mahabali is. Mahabali was the grandson of Prahlada, son of Hiranyakashipu. Mahabali is described in early Hindu mythologies as a benevolent and generous king. After many wars, the invincible Bali had won the heaven and the earth. The Suras or the Devas approached Vishnu to save them. Vishnu refused to join the war or kill his own devotee Mahabali. He used a tactical approach instead and incarnated as a dwarf Brahmin avatar, Vamana. While Mahabali was performing Ashwamedha Vedic sacrifices to celebrate his victories and giving away gifts to everyone, this is when Vamana approached him and asked for his famous 3 steps of land. In Puranas, we see Vamana as the son of Aditi, who is a Vedic personification of infinity, which makes him an Aditya in the Puranic era. Adityas are a race of solar deities headed by King Indra, greatly worshipped in the Vedas. In the Rig Veda, the Adityas are 7 celestial solar deities, sons of Aditi. In the Yajur Veda, their numbers is given as 8, and the last one is believed to be Vivaswan. The Rig Veda, Book 10, confirms that there are 9 Adityas. In some of the later myths, Puranas, and scriptures, we see the number of Adityas increased from 10 to 12. Vishnu is not included as one of the original 7 solar deities or Adityas, but in later texts, he is mentioned as leading them. Vishnu depicted as a blue-skinned man with 4 arms standing on a lotus flower. From this time, Vishnu appears to have gained more dominance, and by the time of Brahmins, he is regarded as one of the most important of all gods. Vishnu, as the term indicates, is the all-pervading, invincible deity of sacrifice. He is the Lord of Maya, illusion, and the controller of our realities. Modern researchers attribute him to the Lord of multiverses. Vedic gods are seen to have evolved from celestial bodies like stars, planets, or constellations. Shravana Nakshatra belongs to the Magara Rashi or the Capricorn. The ruler of this nakshatra is Lord Vishnu. Shravana Nakshatra appears in the shape of an eagle. Eagle is the mount of Mahavishnu as we see in the Puranas. The symbol with which Shravana Nakshatra is denoted is 3 footsteps. The 3 footsteps symbolizes the 3 worlds or the planes of physical reality. In the Vedas, Vishnu is the name of a minor deity who is the younger brother or the friend of Lord Indra. Indranila, the word means sky blue, representing blue sapphire associated with Indra or the Lord of blue sky. And Vishnu is said to have the color of dark clouds. Indra is called Hari and Vishnu is called Ubendra. In later legends of the Puranas and epics, Nara and Narayana, Arjun and Vasudeva Krishna preserve the old association between Indra and Vishnu. Accordingly, in Mahabharata, while Krishna is a representation of Narayana, Arjuna is a representation of Nara, who is a spark of Lord Indra. Indra too had a brief span of life as a super god, and he did not become a supreme god. Instead, he had to yield place to another god. Eventually, Indra surrenders to Vishnu, the newly emerging super god. Prajapati, who was not endowed with any other special powers, pales into insignificance just as his 2 predecessors, Varuna and Diyas. Prajapati loses his power and authority over creation, protection, and ordered existence to Vishnu. Prajapati merges into Vishnu just as the other gods. The Vedic Vishnu is known for the 3 steps he took to span the world. In Puranas, we see Vishnu becoming an Aditya. We understand that it's because of the Vamana avatar in Treta Yuga, in which he was born as the son of Kashyapa and Aditi. Though Vishnu was identified with Surya, the sun, his movement across the space was vertical and horizontal. The second mantra of the Vishnu Sukta says that the 3 steps of Vishnu created space, empowered gods to secure all the 3 realms, with all the regions of the universe dwell in peace. It also enabled habitation of earth by human beings. Vishnu's mighty 3 steps in the Rig Veda have been variously interpreted as meaning the 3 different positions of the sun at his rising, culmination, setting, thus covering the entire creation, as the Vishnu concept is attached very much to the sun in Vedas and in later Puranas as Surya Narayana. Vishnu, with his mighty steps, is also said to have recovered for the Devas, the world we see, our realities. The 3 steps of Vishnu could refer to the 3 realms of earth, mid-region, and the heavens. It is also said that the 3 regions represent the 3 forms of Surya, as the fire on earth, the lightning, and the burning energy, the sun itself in the heavens. For further explanation, some scriptures describe that the Devas and Asuras were in a conflict about who will rule the world, so they took a decision that as much as Lord Vishnu travels in his 3 steps will belong to the Devas. The 3 mighty steps of the Vedic Vishnu is the core concept which laid the basis for the myth of his avatar Vamana. Before the arrival of Vamana, there was Lord Trivikrama. The Rig Veda does not, of course, offer the details of Trivikrama. Those forms and details were evolved at much later period. There are numerous forms of Trivikrama descriptions. In Puranas, the gigantic Trivikrama image had got entangled with the legend of the dwarfish Vamana. So where did Vamana come from? Vamana is the very representation of the modern day Brahmins, with sacred thread, large stomach, a traditional umbrella, and so on. Brahmins were given a warm welcome in all kingdoms and were provided with land and resources for yajnas. As per the stories, Vamana started getting bigger and there was no space to take the third step. And Mahabali gave his own head for him to take the third step and is later sent to the underworld. Brahmins started to infiltrate the political system and their influence started getting bigger. In ancient times, each tribes of men had their own ancestral occupation, like some looked into astrology, some were into magic and alchemy, some were Ayurvedic doctors, and so on. Brahmins absorbed all these through many generations and then made up stories that everything originated from them. The Vedic Brahmins were not allowed to do idol worship, as their karma was to do fire sacrifices or yajnas. They took over most of the traditions, changed stories, converted small consecrated spaces of the tribal gods into temples, merging, altering, and redesigning the old deities. Origin of the word Mahabali can also be traced in Vedas. Rig Veda, the Sanskrit word Belim, is used to mean tribute. Beli is used to refer to portions of sacrificial offerings in the ritual ceremonies such as the Agnihotra, in combination with Beli being used to refer to taxes. It therefore seems possible these meanings are linked with Beli being a king that loved to perform sacrifices and give sacrificial offerings. The Brahmins used to ask for hectares of land from great kings like the mythical Mahabali, and then they used to make these lands into small kingdoms where they dwelled as king and the priest. The new Brahmins were known for establishing villages. Villages increased the expense of cultivated lands, hence the income of kings. Thus, kings or ambitious warlords in different parts of India would invite Brahmins to come to their kingdom to establish temples, transforming village gods into local forms of mainstream Puranic gods. The king was merely a viceroy, and the priest served both king and deity. The temple would then become a center for tax collection. It also became the place of culture where art, music, and literature would develop. The Brahmin thus enabled the king to become royal and expand his reach over the land. This is captured in the story of Vamana Avatar, who receives a piece of land from the Asura king Beli. In the climax of the story, Vamana sends Mahabali to Sutala. Even though many claim Sutala to be a different planet, hollow earth theory, underworld, or a different world, we like to take the explanation to worlds within us. We have 14 worlds within ourselves. Sutala comes under the category of lower worlds or chakras, centers of primal instincts and emotions, which are not seen inferior but which is equally required for human existence. Sutala rules over jealousy that is caused from greed of expansion of land, tribe or clan, which is seen in most kings. Expansion and conquest makes a king part of the history. Beli was blessed to be in a blissful state of containment or saturation that was away from all competitions. The kings relaxed in their palaces as the Brahmin land chief slowly expanded the kingdom for their kings, giving them less tension and strain.